Good afternoon. Had a good mock in-season Wednesday, if you will, today. Just wanted to take them through the structure of a day that's in-season Wednesday-like in terms of some presentation of base game plan materials, talking about significant matchups versus a potential opponent. We did drills that we normally do on Wednesday. We added to that. We had some more transitional things. We feel like we need additional work between getting the offense and defensive unit off the fields and special teams units on the field. That is a big component of preseason football, gaining fluidity in that area. And so we're paying respect to these unusual circumstances by getting additional work in that area in the practice setting. We'll continue to do that. We don't want to get into stadiums here in regular season football and have issues relative to 11 on the field as we transition from group to group. So getting some work there. Continuing to get some guys back who are missing from a short-term day-to-day like standpoint. Anthony McFarland was back at work today. Cam Sutton wasn't able to finish. He's being evaluated. Don't expect that to be anything significant, and others are just continuing to push forward. I'll be happy to address any questions you might have.
First up, Mike Pursuta. Mike, go ahead.
Mike, did you work specific Giant stuff today? Had you done that previously? And given the changes with their staff, how do you identify what to work on?
We weren't necessarily focused specifically on the Giants, even though we went through a mock structured game, regular season game Wednesday. We were still just focused on our high volume things that we can execute in really all circumstances. There are a lot of unknowns about the Giants. It's the first game. There's no preseason. There are new staff. So the things that we focus on in environments like this better be things that we can execute regardless of circumstance. And really that was our focus. It was more about us and our ability to perform.
Next up, Mark Caboli. Mark, go ahead.
Hey, Mike, it seemed like you were trying to ramp up Connor a little bit today, give him a little extra workload. Is that just part of the process? And what have you seen from him over these 3-4 weeks?
You know, it wasn't anything conscious in terms of ramping up his workload, man. James has had a good camp and has done good work. We've removed him from some of the tackle football in terms of team run. But that's not about him. That's just to get more exposure to some of the younger guys that we know less about, to check the evolution of Benny Snell, to get to know Anthony McFarland, if you will. So that's kind of been our focus. It's been a good preseason for him. We expect that guy to be ready to go. He came in highly conditioned. He's a professional, and we're excited about getting him the ball.
Dale Lawley. Dale, go ahead.
Mike, tomorrow will mark a week out from the official start of the regular season. Are you feeling like there's some light at the end of the tunnel here, and that you kind of relieved a little bit that you made it through this part of this situation?
I don't even know if I've looked at it that way. I've just been trying to have really good days and maximize that. There's a certain unknown in this environment, and I respect that. And more than anything, we try to focus on making the days that we do have productive with the knowledge that we're pushing forward toward real football. And I think all of us have had that mentality since July 21st or whatever when we checked into this process.